Hey Total Gym team, it is JD here, Total Gym Master Trainer. When I teach meditation, I try to keep it as simple as possible. In fact, the only rule I've really found going back as far as the Bhagavad Gita over 3,000 years ago is you want the spine to be nice and alert. Because if there's another thing that meditation is not, it's not a hypnotic state. It's not sleepy time. You want to be very, very alert and aware of all of your thoughts. I want to give you a simple 3-step process to meditation. Meditation can be very, very simple. It's not easy, but very, very simple. So number one, we always have an anchor, what I call an anchor. So why do you have an anchor in a boat? To keep it from drifting. Knowing that your mind is going to wander, there's no stopping thoughts, that's not the goal of meditation. Knowing your mind is going to wander, we always want to have something to bring it back to, and that is what I call an anchor. Number two is set a timer. We recommend 2 minutes just to start with. I love to use my iPhone. It reminds me Steve Jobs was a dedicated meditator his whole life, and he attributed his creative genius and his ability to really focus on his daily meditation practice. Number three is you just focus on your anchor, and knowing that the thinking mind has a mind of its own, so to speak, is going to wander. I promise you it will. Your only job in meditation is when you catch your mind wandering is to bring it back to your anchor. I love what one of my mentors says, if in meditation your mind wanders 1,000 times away, your only job is to bring it back to your anchor 1,001 times. So here's an example of an anchor, and this is the first one I use. I learned it from a guru in this industry. Her name is Sherry Huber, and it is simply counting from 1 to 10 with breath and starting over again. That's it. So it would look like this. You get in your comfortably alert position. The spine is nice and alert. Eyes we recommend closed, but hey, if you want to open them, no rules with me. And I would start by taking a deep inhale in. And as I exhale, say the number 1 to myself. The deep, slow breaths slow your brain activity, which we want. And then what do? Inhale again. Exhale, say the number 2. Now, here's how simple meditation is. Let's say, oh, I got this. This is simple. Inhale. 3. Oh yeah, 3 o'clock tomorrow I have a massage. Oh, I can't wait for that massage. And I hope it's the therapist I really like. And blah, 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 blah. You know what the mind does. So what do you do when that happens? You catch your mind wandering, and then you say, no, we can think about that later. 4. Get it? That's how simple it is. And there's so much tremendous insight. And it's like doing push-ups for your brain. You're training your brain to be more focused and more attentive, and you're getting more awareness of what's going on up here, which has tremendous benefit. Now, I'm going to give you a method that people love. When you're in meditation and you catch your mind wandering, all right, which I promise you it will, I want you to physically smile. Smile for me right now. Don't just think smile because I said so. I want you to physically smile. All right? Because guess what? The minute you catch your mind wandering, you just successfully meditated. You were just the observer of your thoughts, which can only happen from a higher level of consciousness that we're trying to tap into with meditation. So, I remember my very first time with this, I got to 7. Oh, I remember when I was 7, I got my first puppy. I love that dog. We go to the park, blah, blah, blah. So what do? You smile. You just caught yourself, and you come back. 8. Get it? Get how simple it is? That's it. So there's so many anchors to choose from. Just explore this discipline. One of my other favorite anchors is using a simple mantra. On the inhale, I say peace. Peace is a wonderful benefit of meditation, and as I exhale, I say the word love. Self-love is another benefit. Find something that feels good to you. Find a sitting position that feels good to you, as long as you're nice and erect. And I'll leave you with a quote from famous philosopher, Emperor of Rome, Marcus Aurelius. He says, the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Therefore, guard accordingly. So how do you guard your thoughts accordingly? Meditation. So if my style resonates with you, I have a CD, so just contact me. But I promise the first benefits you'll start to see is the amount of peace and joy that will just gently creep its way into your life. So until next time, I wish you peace.